Alright, gentlemen, so as we look at the right side, on my left side, we have an Amazon locker right here. So if y'all need to order things from Amazon, y'all can order it to this locker or to the mail office that we'll see later on Brown Street. And so right here, also as we can see, we have one of our food options. So this is Slim and Huskies. So Slim and Huskies, you can get pizza, different types of pizza. You can get some wings, like smoke wings, as well as some other desserts and some assorted goods as well. And then we have Crafted here as well. So this is like our version of Subway, right? And so you can use your student DCB, so that's like your student deductibles. Basically, you can use money that the campus, that the school gives you to come to some of these locations. As the cafeteria, got you. Yeah, can y'all hear me in the back? Can y'all come up a little bit, just a little bit? Yeah, I know it's really loud, so I'm gonna just try to project as much as I can. So if y'all don't like some of the food options that the cafeteria offers, sometimes it's not great, and so that's why we have some of the options here, and so y'all are able to come here and use on DCB. So y'all continue down here a little bit. I'll try to project you. Yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. As we're coming over here, this is the Stats Barbershop. So in the barbershop, you know, we have a lot of brothers who actually cut hair who are students here as well. So that's an option. So a lot of these cuts, I mean, they're very affordable, right? And so if y'all don't want to go off campus to get a cut, y'all can come here, and it's pretty smooth. Like I got a cut there about 2 weeks ago, and it's pretty good. It's very solid. Is
anyone here interested in cutting hair?
Yeah.
You right here? So you can actually rent your own chair, and you're able to actually work and cut hair.
Oh shoot! All right now.
Now you don't have to go off
you can
campus.
come back.
You
I mean, you can see the hours right there too.
So quick little tidbit. So right here is Gloucester Hall. Gloucester Hall, financial aid. Let that be your best friend. Financial aid is going to help you through. Once you get close with them, they'll start looking out for you. I had a $700 balance left to pay. They gave me a $4,000 grant to make it through. I said amen. That is also where our president's office is. Our 13th president, his office is at the top third floor. And then, yeah, that's really it for Gloucester Hall. Money place. If you want money, that's the place to go.
This is something I say on all my tours. There's no other institution like Morehouse College. Morehouse College is literally the only institution of its kind cultivated for the betterment and the education of men that look like you and me. And so I feel like y'all picked no other better place to tour for your first HBCU experience. So thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Oh yes, oh my. Forgive my rudeness. Let me formally introduce myself as well. My name is Sebastian Jackson. I'm a junior political science major, criminal justice minor on the pre-law track from Decatur, Georgia. Humbly serving as one of your student ambassadors on this tour. And once again, I appreciate y'all for letting me join.
Our dean of students.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But so our first black president, he was a mulatto. He looked like a white man, right? But we had the one drop rule, right? So like if you have one drop of African American blood in your system, you're considered black, right? You're considered mulatto. So John Hope, he is one of our first presidents. Another notable one that we've seen earlier was Benjamin Elijah Mays. And so he was a very esteemed martial law and president. You know, we like to call him Mr. Morehouse, right? He instilled within us a lot of the Morehouse qualities that we instill within ourselves and we carry ourselves throughout our time here at Morehouse.
The reason why we do this is because we like to promote a sense of brotherhood. So even though we're here to compete against each other, we're typically playing against other HBCUs. And so we want to emphasize the sense of black brotherhood and black unity no matter where you come from. Even though we might come from different backgrounds, we might be competing, you know, at the end of the day, we're all still brothers. And that's one thing Morehouse wants to emphasize. If you look around, you might notice the lights. Those were actually put here by Denzel Washington. So John David Washington, one of the alumni you saw in the presentation earlier, he actually held the record for rushing yards at Morehouse College. And you know, Denzel Washington is a very busy man. He wasn't able to come see his son play during the day. So he actually donated the lights to Morehouse College so that he'd be able to see his son play during night games.
He knew what he was teaching was going against what he was doing back at home. So he goes and asks his wife, "Wifey, what could you ever do to forgive me? How can I ever earn your forgiveness?" The only thing his wife told him to do was to bow his head, close his eyes, and open his ears. If you are to see the busts that are in the chapel right now, they are very distinctly different. Her eyes are not covered, her ears are shrouded, and her head is high, and her head is on and her bust is on a pedestal, just to represent the fact that she told him to do those things, as well as the fact that women are forever going to be our foundation, no matter whether or not we're an all-male institution or not. And so, now, I also like to talk about Mahatma Gandhi because I have to talk about the middleman throughout all this. Common misconception that we have about Martin Luther King and Mahatma Gandhi is that Mahatma Gandhi is Martin Luther King's direct mentor. This is not true. If we went in there, you would have seen that Mahatma Gandhi died in 1948. Dr. Martin Luther King graduated from Morehouse College in 1948. Therefore, it's impossible that he could have received those teachings. However, in every story, there's always going to be a middleman. That middleman is none other than Howard Washington Thurman, the namesake of that obelisk. That is going to be the individual that actually took the journey to India, passed those teachings down from Gandhi to Martin Luther King when he was a student at Boston University. So those are two very important things to remember about those two statues and objects right there.
And one more quick thing we can say about the obelisk. So
Yes.
the only times that the obelisk will be open is when you come into Morehouse and is when you leave, right? So when you have NSO, New Student Orientation, and from when you graduate from the institution. And so like I said earlier, him and his wife are immortalized in the obelisk. So their ashes are buried there. So it is also the thing that we do during NSO is that we'll go around the obelisk when it's open.
But he can't give you too much of that. Y'all gotta come to NSO to figure out what you do with that obelisk. It's too much ice. It's too much ice. It's too much ice.
Shoot, I almost gave y'all too much.
Yeah, they gotta come to see. They gotta come to us. They gotta come to New Student Orientation to see what happens. But that's gonna be a lot about that obelisk as well. I know that they mentioned that y'all heard that very loud and obnoxious bell. That bell rings every hour on the hour. That's symbolic of the fact that Morehouse men are always on the move. But on top of that, it's symbolic of the fact that to be early is to be on time. To be on time is to be late. To be late is totally unacceptable. But to be absent here at Morehouse College, yes ma'am, I sure can. Here at Morehouse College, to be early.
You hear that, Kyrell?
To be on time.
You hear that?
To be late. To be late is totally unacceptable. But to be absent is unimaginable. It's unfathomable. It's unprecedented. It's inconceivable. Here at Morehouse College, we just don't do that. We are always going to show up. We are always going to be in the room. Therefore, things are always going to be a little different at Morehouse College. What if you sick? You still going to be there. Put a mask on.
Yeah.
It's tough. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I'm just joshing.
All right, gentlemen. So let's head down this way.
Right here, we have Dansby. Dansby is where you're going to have a lot of your math classes. It's also where you have our engineering courses. Are any of you guys interested in engineering at all?
Yeah.
Right, so Morehouse actually offers a dual degree engineering program, right?
Gotcha.
So you can spend 3 years at Morehouse College and then 2 years at another institution. Two of our most prominent connections are Georgia Tech and Michigan.
Yeah.
And so you can spend 3 years at Morehouse College and then 2 years and you can receive.
And so really quickly over here we have Mays Hall. So this is a freshman residential housing. This also houses upperclassmen as well. And over here we also have the career center in the lower part of the building. So if y'all are like an intern or if you get a job over the summer or when you're graduating, you can also go here for a headshot and you can get like a picture with like your the application that you have. And then over here quickly on the left we have White Hall. And so we'll kind of go down here, talk more about White Hall. This is the start of some of the residential houses for freshmen. So the freshman quad, we're about to enter the freshman quad. So on y'all's right, my left, we have the best dorm, the best freshman dorm, Huber Hall. We like to call it the Soul House, right? So we have a lot of our humanities in here. So I'm a communications major, so we got communications, we got journalism, CTEMs. Some of our honor students are here as well. But yeah, this is the Soul House. This is one of the greatest esteemed freshman dorms, I will say. They have a really, it was, hey, I'm glazing, but yeah, over here we have White Hall. If you wanna,
So over here we have White Hall. This is for all of our ROTC students. So if you're in the ROTC program, you're most likely going to be staying in White Hall. This isn't only freshman housing, but it is mostly freshmen in White Hall. Also, I don't know if we mentioned it, but Mays Hall also is housing. It also houses a lot of upperclassmen as well as freshmen, as well as it's a mix in Mays.
Are the dorms nice, or how many roommates do you usually get?
So it'll be 2 people to a room.
Yeah.
There's communal bathrooms on each floor, but 2 people to a room. Also, a big thing about the freshman dorm experience is our freshman stroll teams. So we have a freshman hall council, and we have freshman stroll teams that are responsible for each of these councils. A big part of the freshman culture is the competition that exists between our dorms.
And so, you said what? Yeah. So it's the same dancing that y'all see from a lot of our fraternities. However, it's just for the freshman residential houses. So we like to say that they are houses and not dorms. They are dormitories, right? But we like to call them houses because we are brothers, right? We're staying together in our houses, and we are a family, right? So we're instilling that brotherhood within ourselves. All right, y'all. We're gonna stop right here really quickly, wait for y'all to catch up. No, it's amazing.
It's just representative of the future of the black community. The youth are those who are going to be educated and are going to build up our community. Right here we have Barack Obama. Barack Obama spoke at the 2013 commencement under our 11th president, John Sylvanus Wilson. Right here we have Robert Smith. Do any of you guys know who this man is? If any of you guys have seen that video of the man who comes to commencement and pays off all the graduating debts, that's this man right here. He's a philanthropist, and basically he came to commencement in 2019, and he said he was going to pay off all the debts of the 2019 class, and then came back to pay off all the parents' debts. So this is just another example of people recognizing the influence that Morehouse College has and wanting to pour back into the students who are pouring back into the black community as a whole.
All right, so continuing on, obviously y'all know Washington. We talked about Samuel Jackson later. Does anybody know who this woman here is? There it is. Y'all see the tour? She is an actor. Yeah, so this is Issa Rae. So Issa Rae, yeah, she was teaching a few years ago. I'm not sure exactly when she was here, but she taught some classes here, right? So as she is an actor, she's giving her experience as an actor back to these Morehouse men. And so right here we got Spike Lee. Personally, I literally met Spike Lee yesterday. It was crazy. Like, I was just in the middle of class. My homeboy texted me. He was like, yo, Spike Lee is on campus. I don't know where he is now, but you need to go find him. So he is a very esteemed filmmaker. Some of his films, he has, Do the Right Thing. He got School Days. Those are really good watches that y'all definitely need to tap into. And so continuing down here, we have Oprah Winfrey. So can anybody guess why Oprah, at least just looking at the mural, she's the biggest head on the mural? Can anybody guess why? Biggest impact? That's part of it. So yeah, Oprah Winfrey, we have her on the mural here to represent the how much she gave to the institution, right? So she gave a lot financially, right? So she has a scholarship program, though for Winfrey Scholars. I'm pretty sure this is kind of like a merit. Yeah, that's also true. That's another contributing part here, right? And so like I was saying before, they're the Winfrey Scholars, right? And so they're able to get a certain amount of scholarship, a certain amount of money for attending an institution.
It's half your tuition.
Yeah, it's half your tuition.
Really, if you're looking to apply to Morehouse, really make sure you're applying to these scholarship programs.
Yes.
Oprah Winfrey Scholars is one of them you most definitely need to apply to. This is half of your tuition getting paid off like that. So that's why Oprah Winfrey has the biggest head. She's just one of the, she is our largest financial contributor.
Our largest financial contributor. All right, y'all, so continuing down a little bit more, right here, over here, we have a depiction of Morehouse men, right? So this is a clip from, I'm pretty sure it was Peter. All right, y'all. So like I was saying, this is a representation of the Morehouse Mystique, the Morehouse Brotherhood. And so continuing on, here we have the House of Fun. We got football team that we have every like we talked about earlier. So continuing down this way, y'all. That is
to the left of it, as you see Moses. Next door, every time we'll know this, So right here is actually this is the commencement proceeding. So this is the man leading this commencement. So this is right here. I don't know if you can see right here in the middle.
Come down a little bit more.
These men in the sides here, these are men entering Morehouse, and this is them being let out. So we like to say, in the door, out and forward, right? Right here, you have MLK, you have MLK Senior, and then you have Ralph David Abernathy, who's kind of like their uncle, so to speak.
And so yeah, we have Benjamin Elijah Mays right here, Howard Thurman. So both of them have this kind of golden like aura around them. This is the significance of this is to represent what they gave to the institution, right? Like the Morehouse MC, and as well as the mindset. So like you said, also behind them we have Graves Hall. So we'll see that later. And previously, all of Morehouse was operated out of Graves Hall. This is another significant thing we have here. So we have in and out of four. Yeah, so come down. Yeah. But yeah,
I just want to go back to the gold around their necks. I don't know if you guys have looked at any old Christian portraits or like pictures of saints or anything, but they have this sort of halo, and that's sort of representative of both of these men were deeply involved and rooted in their faith. But also, the gold represents the crown, right? So they say that Mother Morehouse holds a crown of expectation and challenges us to grow tall enough to wear it. So these are the two men that are given this halo because they're representing the men who have grown to actually reach and wear that crown fully.
All right, so over here, y'all, we have our wall of presidents. So we have Joseph T. Roberts, and then we continue on. We got John Hope.
As mentioned earlier, John Hope, although he does not look like it, is our first black president.
Exactly.
This is mentioned earlier. Due to the one-drop rule, although he was phenotypically white, he presented as a white man. He looked like a white man. He chose to align himself with the people who lead our institution, being our first black president. Samuel Archer, our fifth president, is the first president to actually appear to be like physically black.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So Samuel Archer, so he went to Colgate University, I'm pretty sure. And so he took the colors from that institution, which was maroon and white, and gave those to Morehouse. And obviously, we got Dr. Benjamin Mays. Hugh Morris Gloucester. We like to say that the M in Hugh Morris Gloucester's name represents money. As we briefly explained earlier, here's the building, Gloucester Hall. And so all of the tan-ish buildings that y'all see on campus, like the light-skinned buildings, these were the buildings that were built during his tenure. I'm saying. And then we have Leroy Keith Jr., we have,
So the 8th president, Leroy Keith Jr., started our Candle in the Dark Gala. So what this is it's basically a massive fundraiser event. We'll have different artists come and perform, and we'll actually honor these guests. Candle in the Dark. A candle in the dark.
It's a gala, yeah. So it's just an opportunity for a lot of Morehouse alum to come back, or maybe like some esteemed faculty, or just people who, like we said before, represent the mission of Morehouse, to give money to this.
Number 9, Walter E. Massey, former chairman of Bank of America, has the building named after him, as we talked about. Brought a lot of internships for like the financial realm, a lot of opportunities to Morehouse students.
Yeah, he also brought. He was a real science guy, right? He was one of our first. I think actually one of the only scientists to be one of our presidents.
Anyone who knows the 5 O's needs 10 books. Anyone have any guesses of what any of them might be? Five characteristics of what a Morehouse man is supposed to be.
Well-read, well-spoken, well-traveled,
Put the photo in.
Yeah,
Put the photo in.
You don't know what's going to happen.
Put the photo in. So the 5 O's are well-read, well-dressed, well-balanced, well-spoken, and well-traveled. These are the 5 things we want a Morehouse man to be by the time they graduate. These are 5 aspirations for what every Morehouse man should achieve to aspire to be.
Exactly.
Right here we have George Washington Carver.
Well, okay, if y'all know George Washington Carver, do you all know some of the things that he did? Have y'all heard of this guy before? Yeah. You want to spit some info on him? You know a little bit about him?
He does create a lot of things, why is everybody down?
There you go. Yeah, so, like this brother said here, he created a lot of things for peanuts. Obviously peanut butter, peanut soap, I think was another one.
And not only peanuts, but he was just revolutionary in the plant biology field in general, just creating massive leaps and bounds within innovation. So he's just a representation of black intellectualism, black science, and black development.
Coming down towards here, y'all, we have the Buffalo Soldiers. So the funny thing about the Buffalo Soldiers here is that they're the faces here are depictions of our previous STA presidents.
Do any of you guys know who these 3 people above the Buffalo Soldiers are?
Nope. Rosa Parks.
Very close. Who's this last one? Who's this last one? The first one on the left. That woman right there.
That was a good guess, though.
That's Ida B. Wells. Do you guys know who Ida B. Wells is?
Oh, yeah.
All right, tell me who Ida B. Wells is.
Yeah, I'm acting like I know.
African-American writer. She wrote a lot of books, a lot of news articles about lynching and stuff. And she started after her 3 friends from school were lynched. And that's when she really started doing a lot of protests.
This guy right on.
This guy really does.
That's so good.
So this right here is actually a depiction of Morehouse's founding. So you have William Jefferson White teaching a newly enslaved man how to read and write so he can go back into his community and be a man of uplift. A newly freed man. He's teaching a newly freed man how to read and write so he can go back into community and uplift his people. So this is just the exemplification of what Morehouse College is. Yo.
There we go.
All right.
So yeah, one of the original missions of Morehouse College was this depiction here, right? They wanted to educate the freely enslaved brothers here, and we wanted to turn them to teachers and preachers to go back into their community and give back. So let's just pull up down here, y'all. So over here, what do y'all think this is a representation of? If any of y'all could guess, really quick. Any of y'all could guess.
Slave ships.
Yes, exactly. The transatlantic slave trade. And so this is a depiction of the transatlantic slave trade, right? So the artist actually printed himself on the wall here. So this is a picture of the artist right there. And so the woman here, So the woman here, she represents one of the Orisha deities. If y'all have heard of that, it is goddesses and gods in Nigerian culture. And so this woman is Yemaya, so she is the goddess of fresh water, I'm pretty sure. And so she's holding some of our brothers here, right, some of our ancestors, and just lifting them up out of the sea, right? So some of the brothers here on the ship just believed it within themselves that it would be better if they throw them and cast themselves overboard. And so, I should say Yemaya or Yemaya is uplifting them. And so continuing down here, y'all. Yeah, you want to? I guess this is my.
Do any of you guys know who this man right here is?
Who is this man?
There
you go.
This is Mansa Musa. This is the richest man to ever live, who will ever live. And right behind him is Timbuktu, what we like to call the first HBCU. Established by Mansa Musa, it's a city where black men were educated, who came to learn. And you know, this is the first center for really the cultivation of black excellence. I thought it was just gross. Right here is ancient Egypt. And then right here is sort of the beginning of all mankind. You know, all mankind actually began in Africa. This is how we have the variation in skin tone. People didn't get darker, they actually got lighter time over time. So all the original people were actually African. Thank you. We have the Lux Grill. You have the bar, essentially on campus.
What hurts my brother hurts me. That's brotherhood.
children ranges across the main line.
Think about that again.
I do more like the big brother. It's like it's real funny too. The oldest we're in the same
And y'all heard about freshman stroll? We talking about earlier. We both did freshman stroll for grades. So do your homework on that.
Graves Hall was the sole building for Morehouse campus when we moved here, when we moved to Atlanta, Georgia from Augusta. And so you used to have the president's office, which was right over here. You used to have the cafeteria on the other side, and then you would also have classrooms throughout this building. And so this served as the sole building for Morehouse College in its founding days. It currently serves as our honors dormitory. So this is where you'll have your honors students, you'll have your scholarship students like the honors scholars. You'll also have your athletes who are here on scholarships as well. And so this is like the building for the esteemed of Morehouse College, I guess you could say.
Exactly. All right, so continuing on down here, y'all.
Also, just to speak on the honors program, as
Yeah.
I am a member,
Oh, there you go.
most honor students are going to stay in Graves Hall, but because, this current class and the upcoming classes are becoming so competitive, the honors program has actually expanded so much to the point where there's now overflow into the other dormitories. But outside of staying in Graves Hall, there are plenty of benefits to being in the honors program. So we have like exclusive honors program events. Like he mentioned, you can come to campus early. We have early registration. So we just registered last week. So we're actually in all of our classes for next year before the other students have even looked at the classes that are being offered, right? So we get priority registration. We have those events. We have special networking opportunities, and it's just all around a great program to being connected, being well-rooted in Morehouse College and culture as a whole. So I would definitely recommend, as incoming freshmen, that you all apply to join and be a part of the honors program.
So as we look behind, you have a question?
Requirements for the honors program. Like coming out of high school.
Is it 3? I mean, I know it's at least 3.0. I'm pretty sure.
I believe to remain in it, it's a 3.5 at Morehouse College. I don't know. I don't think there is. I want to say. I want to say it's also a 3.5 in high. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, but it's at least
all on the
3.0.
website. The application is super simple, super streamlined. You just fill it out. It's got some questions on there you answer.
Yeah,
But
it's
definitely make sure you apply to be a part of the honors program. There's also certain scholarship opportunities that are available through that as well. Make sure you are applying for those scholarships.
Facts. Free money, y'all. So really quickly, as y'all look behind, this is Navrat Macme Bay Hall. So it's kind of a long name, but this is these are the names of some of our alumni. I'm pretty sure some of them went to Howard. And so in this building, we have some poli-sci classes, I'm pretty sure, like some philosophy classes as well. And then we have some of our faculty who have their offices in here as well.
So I guess
No, I stay with the US. Like I mentioned, the honors program.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So like we said, this is our last stop here. So this is Benjamin Elijah May's grave. And so his wife, Sadie Gray, is also here as well. And so because of the immense amount of things that they contribute to the college. Oh, yeah. Please, yeah, it's good. It's good. I didn't even notice.
You're good.
Yeah, just watch out, y'all. Yeah, like I said, this is both of their gravestones here. And so around the grave right here, we have Esphaxa Lux. And so this is our mouse. This is and then there was light. It means and then there was light, right? So we're bringing in the light. This is actually a perfect day, right? We got the light shining, all that. And so as we see here, this is the statue of Benjamin Elijah Mays. Can anybody tell me anything specifically, maybe about like the tassel, like which side it's on, like where you turn it, like when you graduate? Exactly. And so we turn it back to the other side of Morehouse. This to show that we're always learning, right? There's always more things to learn, and just show that we're always a student. There's always one more thing we can learn, right? And so we'll have y'all come on this side just really quickly. Everybody come just go on this side around the raise right quick. I know, right? It's not as sacred as, let's say, the grass. I know I'm not really sure. But just kind of don't really use it. It's kind of. Look at that.
Wait, it's just the white?
Well, so what we like to say is that he's pointing to the future, right? He's guiding the way for Morehouse students, right? But more specifically, he is pointing to this stone right here behind my brother Colin. He's pointing at this stone, right? And so this stone was actually a tree at one point, right? And they say that the tree was so big that it blossomed into, Niagara and blossomed into Reagan. And so when this tree was chopped down, we wanted to immortalize this stone here, and so this is also representative of the Atlanta war, I'm pretty sure, that was down here. So when the tree was uprooted, right, they found some of the remains of some of the soldiers, and so this also serves as a tombstone to some of those soldiers. So as we look all the way down there, so y'all see this is the Clark Atlanta building, right? So it's facing towards us.
Clark Atlanta?
Yeah, it's all here. It's all here.
Man.
Because this building used to be our building, right? And so when we were in Grace Hall, right, previously, a lot of the operations that we had at Morehouse College all literally from Grace Hall. So we had a problem with a lot of buildings, right? We didn't really have that much land. We didn't have enough building. We had a lot of teachers. So Clark University, actually, it wasn't Clark Atlanta, they combined it later on, but they didn't have enough buildings. We had a lot of teachers. So we wanted to get them teachers, and instead they could give us the building. And so during homecoming, we wanted to explain that the building was sold for $1, right? Sold for $1. Now it's kind of silly, but we explained that during homecoming, the presidents they exchanged $1 every year during homecoming.
This tree, we actually found the remains. You already mentioned this, but we found the remains of soldiers who fought here during the Civil War. And so one of the reasons, one of many reasons why we don't step on the grass is just to honor our brethren, not to step on their backs who fell here during these battles. I don't know if you guys read this here, but we have the college motto written on the floor right here, Et facta est lux, and what that means is, and there was light. So what you guys are all standing on is another symbol of the college, right? Yeah, that's light. And so what you have here is you have the clouds, right? You have the clouds, you have the sun peeking over the clouds, and you have the rays of light that are shining through, right? And so what we like to say is that the clouds represent all the isms and the homophobia, and the phobias in the world. So you have racism, xenophobia, and all the discriminations in the world, right? And you have the sun, and the sun is Mother Morehouse. And the sun produces the rays of light, which are its students, right? They're candles in the dark, as we like to say. And these students are the light that go out into the world, and they shine through, and they pierce, and they break through these clouds of discrimination, of oppression, etc. And so that's just a representation of Morehouse College. And I just want to speak a little bit about my Morehouse College. And so what made me choose Morehouse is that unique sense of brotherhood that we spoke about already. There's a unique sense of community that you find at Morehouse. Part of that would be what I experienced from my So I kind of want to replicate that for you all. I want to
It's Et facta est lux, it means and there was light. So basically for our symbol for Morehouse, we have the clouds. The clouds represent all the bad things in the world, the isms, the racism, the homophobia, the discrimination, everything like that. And then the sun here actually represents Mother Morehouse, as we know Morehouse College should be. She is the mother, she is the one who gives us our knowledge. She's the one who basically teaches us everything we need to know to go out into the world. So we represent the rays of sunlight, the Morehouse man and the man of Morehouse. We are the sunlight. We are the light in the darkness. We are the candle in the dark.